And this is why I say it's dangerous for men to be dating these whores. Because my brother let me know. Because let me tell you this. My father, Nab, worked at the Longshore. He went around the world as a merchant seaman after he got out of the Navy, going around the world as a Navy man. And the people who worked at that Longshore, because they worked there as a career, they knew my father. And they told my brother, that bitch ain't your fucking who you think she is. I don't think she his mama either, to be honest. I don't really know who his mama is, but I don't think me and him have the same mamas, but I think we have the same daddies. You getting it? So what happens when you die is that they take somebody's spirit and they put it into the child. So they try to pull down that spirit. That's why when my dad died, they sent me over to Thomasina house when I was little, about 5 years old. I remember it like it was yesterday because I see my dad dead on that hospital bed. I'll never forget that day in my life. And they sent me, and she didn't cry then either. They sent me to her sister's house, and she went off into the woods because the people at the Longshore told my brother this. She went off into the woods with a Christmas tree. My dad died in May. What she doing up in the woods with a Christmas tree? Doing a ritual to try to put my dad's spirit into my brother. So when my brother died, my father's spirit was released. And he came to me and let me know, bitch, you better go get my shit from these hoes because I'm going to fuck them up. And they're going to try to fuck you up, and they fucking you up in a goddamn apartment. I put his picture up, and he came to me and he let me know everything I needed to know. And then my mama, whoever she is, came to me as well. Whatever she was in the spirit realm, she brought her ass to me and let me know she my mama and she'll speak Spanish. Okay? So, the people think they know every fucking thing, and they don't know shit about spirits. All of my family was Masons. Okay? So that's what these bitches do. Because they're whores. Because like I said, the Mason shit is like whores. Like them Eastern Stars, they're whores. They fuck the Masons. Because like I said, they could transfer information by fucking a bitch. So they transfer information from bitch to bitch by fucking them. So they find a group of bitches and they fuck them all together. Yeah, that's King Von. You hear him say, I know he a hoe. Hey, you heard it. If you didn't hear it, now you hear it. My niggas is around me at all times. Yeah, the brother in that car, he reaching out, he saying something about a haircut. Anyways, so these whores was fucking my daddy. Meaning them sisters, my stepmama, or whatever the fuck you want to call her, foster mama, she had sisters. And they was all little young whores in the hood, in the projects up in Seattle. So they got all these pictures of him and her together. You hear me? And then his wife broke up with him because he was fucking these bitches, and she didn't like that. So she divorced his ass, and his feelings with her. Because on the divorce paperwork, it said the reason why he divorced her is because she wouldn't come home. Okay, I read the paperwork. I went into the files and read the paperwork. This ain't what I'm guessing, you punk motherfuckers. Thinking I don't know nothing about my daddy because he ain't alive. And that's real sad. That you would be okay with a bitch keeping my information about my family from me, because all the things that I'm telling you I should have already known from a child, unless it was all ulterior motives. Okay? So my mama, my daddy's wife, divorced him. They was married for over 17 years. So when he was in Seattle living in them big ass houses he owned with her, he owned 2 of them through Navy Credit Union. Hello? He paid them off. The deeds were on the register of deeds in the county recorder's office, and I went and got the certified copy. It was in my apartment when they evicted me. I didn't take them with me, but they're still in the court records, whether they're hidden or not. Because with those records, you got to go down to the court and find them because they're over 30 years old. So she divorced his ass, okay? And so he said, well, fuck it. I've been fucking these hoes. I'm going to keep on fucking these bitches. Do you understand? Him and his homeboy, Joe Frazier. Yeah, he ended up being the head of the longshoremen IWU, ILWU, Longshore Union 18 in Seattle, Washington. When he died, all hell broke loose for me and my family because he was helping that bitch because he was fucking her too. You understand? Just like my stepdad, Joseph Gordon, he was a federal agent up in Seattle. And a lot of her and her homegirls was whores fucking these niggas. They was throwing parties and these bitches was coming through fucking them and shit like these bitches do nowadays. And what happened? They was not necessarily high-level whores, but middle-level whores. They were fucking these government officials, so they spies. You understand? They're strawberries, crack whores that are used as spies. Okay? Because the bitches was on drugs. Some of them still on drugs right now. So they snitches. That's why the bitches don't want their names and shit out in the streets and their faces out in the streets. Because they changed some shit up because her fucking name ain't no goddamn Tamara. And that's what I've been trying to tell you bitches. Her name is Angela. You understand it? Or at least that's some other name she stole when she changed her name up so she could run from the niggas she was snitching on. Because from what I understand, my daddy had a son that he raised with this lady. And they don't never talk about him or her. So she owned Gary Ladd's, which is a all-black beauty salon that was in Seattle. She owned that. Her name's Mickey. So if you know about this shit, I'm saying this shit on the goddamn internet, speak the fuck up and say something, motherfuckers. So she had a son that they claim his cousin called me and she said that she had that boy before she met my dad, but she don't really fucking know. My dad could have been fucking that lady and had that baby with her and decided to marry her ass. Fuck my shoes up. We don't really know. Yeah, scrape my shoes on that damn concrete. We don't really know. But I know he raised a son and it wasn't my brother. Because when I went down to the VA to get his DD-214s, they asked me, did he have a son? And I said, my brother's dead. I didn't know about this other man until I went and started digging into the records. So far as I know, maybe that man got my dad's shit. I don't know. That was his son. I don't know. You see what I'm saying? It's a whole lot of shit I don't know and ain't nobody saying nothing. And these old ass motherfuckers is still alive. You understand? So they call my dad Jesse. So when I went down to the courthouse, the people at the courthouse gave me a man named Jesse Battle estate. He died in 1986. My dad died in 1983. So I went and looked that case up. That man had a daughter, and he was also from Arkansas, where my dad was from and went to high school. You hear me? So if you look at the pictures of my father from when he was young, which I put him on the internet, and you look at the pictures of him when he was older, it may not even be the same nigga. Because it was calling him Jesse. You understand? So it's a Jesse Battle running around here from Arkansas that was living in Seattle, who had a daughter. And it's a Nelson, or Nab, who was also from Arkansas, who was running around Seattle, and he had a stepson. So it's people who know this story. They don't want to tell me what the fuck going on for some reason. Maybe because the bitch didn't told them that she didn't told me what the fuck going on, and she hasn't. Because I'm not articulating, because all she's saying is she's so disrespectful. She's such a disrespectful daughter after everything she has done to treat me like shit my whole life. And that's why I said you niggas protect these raggedy ass bitches that treat people like shit, and you don't even know the story. And they abuse the people. Because they fucked my brother up, okay? My brother told me somebody was fucking molesting his ass when he was younger. That's why he had a little kind of mental complex. And it was one of my uncles, motherfuckers. If you really want to know, since I ain't nowhere around the motherfucker, I might as well say it. Because I talk about shit all the time and people protected folks. And so I might as well say what I got to say because my brother is dead. So you don't know these people. You don't know nothing about them and how they been. And what they trying to protect themselves from getting in trouble for. And you in my goddamn business. Because last time I checked, you ain't his fucking daughter. And you ain't his fucking wife, his mama, or his goddamn daddy. I'm talking about my dad, Nab. So who the fuck is you to question me? Who in the fuck is any of you bitches to question me? And the fact that you question me and tell me you know too much about my business, so that means you're in on it. And you're helping this bitch steal my shit. So let's get into the whole Eastern Star shit, because the bitch is Eastern Star under my name. Mad about my damn shoes. She Eastern Star. So these Eastern Stars be working at these different companies in the government. And they all like to have a little clique. That's why I said they're a coven, because that's what the fuck it is. It's a coven of witches. And they be into the shit that I've been talking about, okay? They know about the science that I'm talking about. So these bitches then sat up and started a bunch of rumors. And she run around tell everybody her daughter done her so wrong. And these bitches decided to try to fuck with my accounts, okay? That's why I say it's multiple different levels to what's going on with me. And this I know for a fact. Because like I said, when I called a credit union, find out why the fuck I was getting so many goddamn different credit reports and why they kept on switching my name from Tar Battle back to Tamara Alicia Battles. When I fucking put my damn name change in, and they told me that the bitch Nicole had called up there. So after my brother died, that lady's supposed to be my mama. She was living in Oregon the whole time. She been living in Oregon after she left my stepdad while his goddamn knee was fucked up. So he was getting a knee replacement so he could be a better man for her young ass with his old ass. And the bitch left him and it pissed him off. And it put all the shit outside. And then that pissed me off because I felt like he was fucking with my mama. So we all fell out at that time. A whole lot of people fell out with this nigga. And he fell out with them and went on about his business and went and got him another bitch. And was with that bitch for 8 years, all the way up until he died, okay? So, she left her ass up there where he needed her the most after he helped her raise her goddamn kids, whether it was her foster kids or not. He raised us because he was the one doing the homework with us. He was the one treating us nice. She was the one saying we don't deserve nothing while she was running around spending up all our goddamn money on her and her mama and her fucking sisters and brothers and shit, giving them loans, buying them houses, you know, doing shit for their goddamn asses. She wasn't doing nothing for the nigga whose money she was getting because she was stealing. Because if you marry another nigga, you can't keep on getting widows' pensions and shit like that. So she wasn't never married to my stepfather either. So she is a scam fucking artist. And it's all based on the fact that she fucking this nigga and everybody around her, these bitches, feel like she deserves something because she giving up that raggedy ass pussy. And I know a pussy raggedy because her little boyfriend down in Oregon told me because she fucking somebody else's man down in Oregon. And he got him an old ass Indian white bitch. And she fucking that young dude. Well, he ain't really young because they're in their 60s or whatever. The old bitch is in her goddamn 90s. And she might be 100. I don't know. The bitch might be dead now. I don't know. But they told me when the bitch put me out illegally, trying to make some shit up on me after she got me to switch my fucking address up there through the Social Security because they start questioning what the fuck was going on. They realized that this bitch was stealing my identity and shit when I start switching my accounts over. Okay, so security don't know where the fuck you're at after you get grown and run around doing what you're doing. They don't really know where you're at. You got to go down there and change your address on your Social Security account. So I had changed it to Arkansas, where I moved to. So she called me up from Arkansas, told me to come live with her. So I gave up my apartment to go up there and live with the bitch. And I get up there, she started acting crazy as shit, doing little shitty shit to me, trying to get me riled up, throwing away my food and shit. And I'll buy my own food, and she's telling people she was paying for my food. She was giving me money. Bitch, she ain't give me shit but a cell phone that she ended up stealing from me so she could use that to continue to steal my identity letter. Because when her mama died, I came home. When her mama died, I came home to Seattle because I was in Florida. And I left my phone at the house, her sister's house, same address. They've been stealing my damn identity for all these years. I left my phone there when I went outside and went somewhere. When Nelson's friend came up there with me to see me, and he gave me some weed. He took me to go get some weed or something like that, and I came back, my phone gone. And then wasn't nobody there but family, and they took my goddamn phone, and she got that phone turned on back in her company, because when I left her house, I took that phone and put it into a company in my name because it was an iPhone and you could put it in whatever company name you want. So she took that phone and she set it on and she tried to act like that was me living up there with her in Oregon because she had got my money because I had an inheritance coming to me. So when she got that inheritance money, she took that money and bought 2 houses up in Oregon. The same time that she put me out, she bought 2 houses, and guess what? The same police officer that put me out of her house illegally without an eviction, because the other one said the bitch is crazy and just relax, because we know this house is in the middle of nowhere, because it's up in the mountains where it's only 10 people live in that town. And it was January 1st when she did this shit, and the fucking police came up there and she lied on me. She said I threw a goddamn deer meat in the motherfucking freezer. They said this bitch had us drive 30 minutes up a mountain for this shit. Okay, that's what happened. I still got the damn paperwork. I still got the card of that police officer that came up there. He was pissed. He put a name and an address, a number of a mental hospital on the back and said you need to call and try to get this bitch committed. Talk about my mama. She had some other police officer. I can't remember his name. It's on the records. In Baker County, Oregon, under Tamir Angela Battles. She got 2 houses that she bought around that same time, a couple days later, from that same goddamn police officer. So she paid him off by buying property for his ass. And it's my shit. Because like I said, she got that address changed. She had me change my address to get my Social Security benefits to come up there, because the Social Security said, well, how's she living there? And she living in Arkansas. So she tricked me to move up there with her so she could steal my shit. Okay? And that's what they've been doing throughout my whole life. Different people in the family have been saying, oh, come and stay with us. Come and be with us. We want to hang out with you. And it really just to get me up there so they can get my fucking ass having some kind of mail or something going up there. So let's go back to where my brother died. So when he died, she came up to her sister's house and started acting crazy and shit, pulling out knives and trying to be all extra crazy. Keep in mind, we got the same name, so people think it's me. And they had some mental people come up there and talk to her ass. And then her fucking daughter, Nicole, went up there and had her friend, a notary, come up there and do a notary paper to give her power of attorney over that lady. Keep in mind, that's my fucking name. So she just went and got a power of attorney over my name. And that's how she went up into that goddamn credit report. And like I said, they told me she did it. She went up into that credit report telling the motherfucker I was stealing her mama's identity, and really she was all up in my goddamn account. That's why she couldn't see my name change, because they've been stalking me. And I did a sealed name change because of identity theft. So she couldn't see the actual paperwork, so she thought I was faking. She thought it was fake paperwork. You understand? And they changed my name on my welfare account, because Nelson baby mama got a homegirl that work at the welfare office, so the bitches was up in my files. You understand what I'm telling you? I ain't making this shit up, and it ain't that hard to understand, because I'm breaking it down to you in plain English. Okay? Because like I said, I got the paperwork, the legal paperwork, where them attorneys sent that paperwork over to her sister's house in my name to try to get me off of my brother's estate, because I did everything I was supposed to do. And then the people in the court start acting funny, and I outsmarted they ass. You understand me? I know what the fuck I'm doing. I studied law, and I went to school to be a legal secretary, bitches. And I told you my father, Joseph Gordon, was a fucking private investigator. So he taught me, trained me. I've been typing since I was 7. I've been typing up paperwork for his company. And then when I looked in that court records, I found a court case between him and her, and guess what? I found a motherfucking legal document in there. Somebody signed my motherfucking name onto a notarized document making a statement against my stepfather, Joseph Gordon. And that might be why he was pissed at me. But I was in, where was I? Virginia. I was in Virginia working, so I didn't know nothing about that shit. You understand? And it's a whole lot of more illegal ass shit they done concerning the real estate records for that house that was supposedly sold for $200,000 less than what the fuck it was worth. Ain't no goddamn company, mortgage company, because I worked for Tata and escrow, and I did loan funding for BECU. Ain't no loan company gonna give you a loan for $200,000 less than what a house is worth. You understand this? Because they get the houses appraised. So that paperwork is fake, because all you gotta do is make up some paperwork and put it in the county records. And if you already got some bitch working out the county records, then already done a whole lot of other fake paperwork for you, because the paperwork for them guardianships in the States, that shit ain't even real. Because if you go up there, it don't have no seal from the clerk of the court. In order for that shit to be real, it had to be sealed by the clerk of the court. So that original paperwork has no seal on it. So they put that shit in there because back then, I guess people didn't know shit. Or somebody like me didn't go run through them files and audit them. So before I left Seattle, I audited them files and found out all that fraud. So everything I'm saying can be verified, whether you motherfuckers think it can or not, because you're ignorant. That's why I sound like dumb bitches in my business. Because you think I'm dumb. And I'm not. Okay? Somebody asking questions and they trying to challenge what I'm saying. And they working with this bitch. Could have been working with her. Could have didn't let me know. My brother decided to change up the game. Okay? And he let them motherfuckers record me in his house. Could they have cameras set up in these different houses to record my ass? To try to catch me doing some weird shit. So they could say this bitch is weird. Because they got me on some kind of TV show. Some kind of black web TV show. Whatever the fuck they doing. They have to have the permission of the people whose house it is to fucking record in that house. And they ain't telling me. Okay? So that's another reason why them niggas is mad at my brother. Because at the same time they was recording me, they was recording him. And they seen him do some fucked up shit. And they said that nigga was foul. And I said he probably was a little foul, but it wasn't that goddamn bad. And if it was doing some weird shit, he was probably doing it while he was drunk out of his mind, blacked the fuck out. And that bitch was doing voodoo and shit on him. So no telling what demon had jumped on his ass, because that's what be happening to you niggas when you have demons in you. People jump on you and you do weird shit when you're drunk and you don't realize unless somebody recording you to tell you what you was doing later. Unless somebody else tell you that love you and say, motherfucker, you said some shit out your mouth you shouldn't have said. Other than that, you won't know what the fuck you did when you was drunk because you was blacked out and somebody else is operating your body. That's what it means when you black out and you drinking. Somebody else operating you. How the fuck you don't remember nothing and your ass is still walking around talking and doing shit? Because there's somebody else in your body doing it. So no telling who was in his body. You understand? This is all spiritual. And this is all legal. And I'm giving you the legal proof. And when I start putting my paperwork in about what I knew and writing my affidavits to get my shit given back to me, they start fucking with me and I end up being homeless. You understand? So what I'm saying can be verified. And everywhere I go, somebody fucking with me. You understand? Because it be the same shit. It be the same kind of bitches all up in my business trying to catch me up with some shit, doing little foul shit to me, see if I'm going to go off on them so they can put it on the tape and say the bitch is going off. Where really it be them that be the foul one. That's why I said this shit is going to have to come down to motherfuckers just getting killed in the spirit and being done with their ass. Because don't nobody got time to be arguing with a whole fucking network of crooked ass raggedy hoes. Raggedy bitter bitches that's mad because they men's like fucking a lot of women's. Cause that's what it is. These bitches is mad at these niggas. All of them. That's why they be having a coven on you niggas. You thinking this bitch love you and she don't. As soon as you break up with you figure it out. Look at motherfucking Dr. Dre wife. She won all that goddamn money out his ass. The bitch out her fucking mind. The fuck wrong with her won all that goddamn money? It's the same shit I'm talking about. The fuck make her think she deserved that kind of goddamn money? And other bitches probably say, ooh, if she get it, congratulations. You see what I'm saying? Even with Mary J. Blige's husband. Ain't none of them niggas agreeing with that kind of money that nigga getting out of her ass. But women agree because they think it's funny. For somebody to be breaking their goddamn back over somebody else that they ain't even with, they ain't giving no goddamn pussy to or nothing. You understand what I'm saying? You motherfuckers is haters, and the hateration has went into the extent of somebody's life being taken and shit, and you motherfuckers don't understand what's going on. And why someone be having no babies with you niggas because you can't protect the bitch the right way because your heart ain't pure. I'd be damned if you kill my ass because you need my DNA, because you realize you can't do what I do. You can't do what I do. Your body can't do what my body can do. We're going to get into that in the next video.